Imagine having a reliable system that captures every idea, note, or inspiration, so you never forget anything important again. Imagine a digital extension of your brain that organizes your knowledge, helps you think more clearly, and boosts your creativity. Tiago Forte's Building a Second Brain introduces this revolutionary system, a method to manage and optimize your personal knowledge, turning information into action and helping you achieve your goals with clarity and ease. Are you ready to change your life? Let's dive in. Building a Second Brain Summary. In the age of information overload, our brains are bombarded with more data than ever before. We struggle to remember everything, from ideas that strike us in the shower to important insights from books we've read or meetings we've attended. Building a Second Brain offers a solution to this problem by creating a digital repository, a second brain that captures, organizes, and retrieves information whenever you need it. Tiago Forte's approach is not just about productivity. It's about making sense of the chaos of modern life, enabling you to focus on what truly matters and freeing your mind for higher-level thinking. In this summary, we'll dive into the key concepts of building a second brain, exploring the principles and practical steps that will allow you to create your own second brain. Whether you're a knowledge worker, a student, an entrepreneur, or anyone who deals with information regularly, this book provides the tools to harness your knowledge and put it to use. Chapter 1. The Problem of Information Overload. Our brains are incredible, but they have their limits. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with information from every direction: emails, social media, articles, podcasts, meetings, and more. We try to keep up by taking notes, bookmarking articles, or storing files, but often these efforts only add to the clutter. We end up with scattered bits of information that are hard to find when we need them. Forte begins by identifying the root of the problem. Our brains are not designed to handle the sheer volume of information we encounter daily. The human brain excels at processing information and making decisions in the moment, but it's not very good at storing vast amounts of data. That's where the concept of a second brain comes in, a digital system that extends our cognitive capabilities by capturing and organizing information outside of our heads. The goal of building a second brain is to offload the task of remembering and organizing information so that our minds are free to focus on creativity, problem-solving, and deep thinking. By creating a reliable system to manage information, we can reduce stress, improve productivity, and make better use of the knowledge we acquire. Chapter 2. The Principles of a Second Brain. Before diving into the practical steps of building a second brain, Forte introduces the core principles that underpin the system. These principles guide the design and functionality of your second brain, ensuring that it serves your needs effectively. Capture everything. The first principle is to capture everything that resonates with you, from ideas and insights to quotes and inspirations. Whether it's a thought that pops into your head during a walk, an interesting point made in a podcast, or a useful tip from a book, it should all be captured in your second brain. This ensures that nothing valuable slips through the cracks. Organize for action. The second principle is to organize information in a way that makes it easy to find and use. Instead of organizing by categories or topics, Forte suggests organizing by actionability, grouping information based on how you plan to use it. This approach helps you quickly access the right information when you need it. Reflect and review. The third principle is to regularly review and reflect on the information in your second brain. This practice allows you to distill insights, make connections, and refine your understanding of the material. It also ensures that your second brain remains up to date and relevant. Express to create. The final principle is to use the information in your second brain to create something new. Whether it's writing an article, preparing a presentation, or brainstorming ideas for a project, the goal is to turn knowledge into action. By expressing what you've captured, you solidify your understanding and contribute something valuable to the world. These principles form the foundation of the second brain system, guiding how you capture, organize, and use information. Chapter 3. The Code Framework. Forte introduces the Code Framework, a practical methodology for building and maintaining your second brain. CODE stands for capture, organize, distill, and express, the four stages that information passes through as it moves from initial capture to final output. Capture. The first step is to capture information as it comes to you. This could be in the form of notes, articles, images, or any other type of content that you find valuable. The key is to capture information in a way that's quick and easy, so you don't lose momentum. Forte recommends using tools like Evernote, Notion, or any other digital note-taking app that allows you to capture and store information effortlessly. Organize. Once information is captured, the next step is to organize it in a way that aligns with your goals and projects. Instead of organizing by topics or categories, Forte suggests using a project-centric approach. For example, if you're working on a presentation, all the relevant information should be grouped together, regardless of where it came from. This makes it easier to find and use the information when you need it. Distill. The third stage is to distill the information you've captured and organized. This involves extracting the most important insights, ideas, and takeaways from the material. By distilling information, you ensure that your second brain contains only the most valuable content, making it easier to review and use in the future. Express. The final stage is to express the knowledge you've accumulated by creating something new. This could be writing an article, giving a presentation, or brainstorming ideas for a project. The act of expressing your knowledge not only solidifies your understanding, but also contributes something valuable to others. The CODE framework is a continuous process, with information moving through each stage as you capture, organize, distill, and express it. This ensures that your second brain remains dynamic and adaptable to your needs. Chapter 4. Tools for building a second brain. Forte emphasizes that building a second brain doesn't require any specific tools or software. The system is flexible and can be adapted to suit your preferences and the tools you're already comfortable using. However, he does provide recommendations for tools that can help you implement the CODE framework effectively. Note-taking apps. Forte recommends using a digital note-taking app as the central hub of your second brain. Tools like Evernote, Notion, OneNote, and Roam Research are popular choices because they allow you to capture and organize information in a flexible and customizable way. The key is to choose a tool that works for you and that you'll use consistently. Task management tools. To organize information by projects and actionability, Forte suggests using a task management tool like Todoist, Trello, or Asana. These tools help you keep track of your projects and tasks, ensuring that the information in your second brain is aligned with your goals. Cloud storage. For storing and organizing larger files, such as documents, images, and videos, cloud storage services like Google Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive are essential. These tools allow you to access your files from anywhere and integrate seamlessly with your note-taking and task management apps. Web clipping. Tools. To capture information from the web, Forte recommends using a web clipping tool like Evernote Web Clipper, Pocket, or Instapaper. These tools allow you to save articles, blog posts, and other online content directly to your second brain, making it easy to reference later. Mind mapping tools. For distilling and organizing complex information, mind mapping tools like MindMeister or XMind can be helpful. These tools allow you to visually map out ideas and concepts, making it easier to see connections and distill key insights. While these tools can enhance your second brain, Forte stresses that the most important aspect is consistency. The tools you choose should support your workflow and make it easy to capture, organize, distill, and express information. Chapter 5. Designing your second brain. With the principles, framework, and tools in place, Forte guides readers through the process of designing their own second brain. This involves creating a system that aligns with your personal and professional goals, as well as your preferred way of working. Identify your goals. The first step in designing your second brain is to identify your goals. What are the projects you're working on? What are the skills you want to develop? What are the outcomes you want to achieve? By identifying your goals, you can design a system that supports your specific needs. Set up your capture system. Next, you'll need to set up your capture system. This involves choosing the tools you'll use to capture information and deciding how you'll organize it. Forte recommends setting up a simple and consistent system that makes it easy to capture information on the go. For example, you might use a note-taking app for capturing ideas, a web clipping tool for saving articles, and a task management tool for organizing tasks. Create a project list. To organize information by actionability, Forte suggests creating a project list. This list should include all the projects you're currently working on, as well as any ongoing or long-term projects. Each project should have its own dedicated space in your second brain, where you can store all the relevant information. Develop a review routine. Regularly reviewing and reflecting on the information in your second brain is crucial for keeping it up-to-date and relevant. Forte recommends setting aside time each week to review your projects, distill key insights, and plan your next actions. This routine ensures that your second brain remains aligned with your goals and helps you stay focused on what's most important. Refine and iterate. Finally, Forte encourages readers to refine and iterate their second brain over time. As you use the system, you may find that certain tools or workflows work better for you than others. Be open to experimenting and making adjustments as needed. The goal is to create a system that evolves with you and continues to support your growth and productivity. Chapter 6. The Benefits of a Second Brain. Forte outlines the numerous benefits of building a second brain, emphasizing how it can transform the way you work, think, and live. Some of the key benefits include enhanced creativity. By capturing and organizing your ideas, a second brain frees up mental space for creativity. You no longer have to worry about forgetting important insights or ideas, allowing you to focus on generating new ones. Improved decision-making. A second brain provides you with a repository of knowledge that you can draw upon when making decisions. This ensures that your decisions are informed by the best information available, leading to better outcomes. Increased productivity. With a second brain, you can streamline your workflow and eliminate the need to constantly search for information. This saves time and energy, allowing you to focus on high-impact tasks. Reduced stress. Knowing that you have a reliable system for capturing and organizing information can reduce stress and anxiety. You can trust that your second brain will store everything you need, freeing your mind from the burden of remembering everything. Personal growth. A second brain supports continuous learning and personal growth. By capturing and reflecting on the knowledge you acquire, you can deepen your understanding and apply it to your personal and professional life. Enhanced collaboration. If you work in a team or collaborate with others, a second brain can help you share knowledge and ideas more effectively. By organizing and documenting your work, you make it easier for others to contribute and collaborate with you. Chapter 7. Overcoming common challenges. While building a second brain offers many benefits, Forte acknowledges that there are common challenges and obstacles that people may encounter. In this chapter, he provides strategies for overcoming these challenges and ensuring that your second brain continues to serve you effectively. Information overload. One of the biggest challenges is managing the sheer volume of information that comes your way. Forte advises being selective about what you capture and focusing on quality over quantity. Not everything needs to be saved, only the information that's truly valuable and relevant to your goals. Consistency. Maintaining a second brain requires consistency, and it's easy to fall out of the habit of capturing and organizing information. Forte recommends building daily and weekly routines to ensure that you're regularly updating and reviewing your second brain. Overcomplicating the system. Some people may be tempted to overcomplicate their second brain by using too many tools or creating overly complex organizational structures. Forte advises keeping the system simple and intuitive, so it remains easy to use and doesn't become a burden. Perfectionism. Another challenge is the tendency to strive for perfection in capturing and organizing information. Forte reminds readers that a second brain is a dynamic and evolving system. It doesn't need to be perfect. The goal is to create a system that supports your productivity, not one that adds stress. Balancing digital and analog. While a second brain is primarily digital, some people may prefer or benefit from incorporating analog elements, such as handwritten notes or physical planners. Forte suggests finding a balance that works for you, integrating both digital and analog tools as needed. Chapter 8. the future of personal knowledge management. In the final chapter, Forte explores the future of personal knowledge management and the evolving role of technology in our lives. He discusses how the principles of building a second brain can be applied to emerging technologies, such as artificial intelligence and machine learning, to further enhance our cognitive abilities. AI and automation. Forte envisions a future where AI and automation play a larger role in personal knowledge management. AI could help us capture, organize, and distill information more efficiently, freeing up even more mental space for creativity and critical thinking. Collaboration and collective intelligence. As technology enables greater collaboration, the concept of a second brain could extend beyond individuals to teams and organizations. By creating shared knowledge repositories, teams can leverage collective intelligence to solve problems and innovate more effectively. Lifelong learning. The principles of building a second brain align with the growing emphasis on lifelong learning. As the pace of change accelerates, the ability to continuously learn, adapt, and apply new knowledge will be crucial. A second brain can support this by providing a structured approach to managing and applying knowledge throughout one's life. Mindfulness and digital well-being. Forte also touches on the importance of mindfulness and digital well-being in the context of personal knowledge management. As we integrate technology more deeply into our lives, it's essential to maintain a healthy relationship with it. Building a second brain should enhance our well-being, not detract from it. Final summary. Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte is a transformative guide to managing the overwhelming amount of information we encounter daily. By creating a digital repository, a second brain, we can capture, organize, and use knowledge more effectively, freeing our minds for creativity, problem-solving, and deep thinking. The book introduces the code framework, Capture, Organize, Distill, Express, as a practical methodology for building and maintaining a second brain. It also provides insights into the tools, principles, and strategies that will help you design a system that aligns with your goals and supports your productivity. Ultimately, a second brain is not just about productivity. It's about enhancing your ability to think, create, and grow. By harnessing the power of a second brain, you can reduce stress, improve decision-making, and achieve your goals with greater clarity and ease. Whether you're a knowledge worker, student, entrepreneur, or anyone who deals with information regularly, building a second brain offers valuable tools and insights to help you thrive in the information age. Are you interested in the book? We got you a link in the description down below.